What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And today I want to review photography kits, namely the Xiaomi 14 Ultra and the Vivo X100 Ultra photography kit. That one's from SmallRig, a company I've never heard of, but let's give it a go. I also want to give some away. Yes, as you can see here behind me, I have 4 SmallRig kits to give away. To any Vivo X100 Ultra viewer, this video simply needs to hit 4,000 views. That's it. That's the only criteria. Most of my videos do, so it should be fairly straightforward. For every 1,000 views, I will be giving away a SmallRig photography kit to someone or 4 people in the comments. Let's go. So here we are, the Xiaomi photography kit and the SmallRig photography kit. Obviously Xiaomi are doing it bigger, but is it better? Well, inside each box you'll be presented with the case, the Bluetooth handle, which we'll talk about more, and then a universal ND filter ring. The Xiaomi, you actually get a lanyard and an extra ring attachment as well. In the SmallRig one, there's no lanyard, which really confused me. I looked and just couldn't find one. In terms of the case design, they're basically exact same. For those that think either of these are metal, you are sadly mistaken. They're plastic. While they may look like aluminium, they're certainly not. The backs of each case are covered in a nice texture feeling to give extra grip, and I can tell you that both connected to phones are super snug. Now in terms of the Bluetooth handles, obviously same design, black, kind of grippy vegan leather feeling on the Xiaomi and brown on the Vivo. Or should I say SmallRig. I'd never heard of SmallRig until they brought out this kit. Now on the top you have a few buttons. The main shooter button, the Xiaomi has an extra video recording button which is handy. Both have an aperture or brightness setting, so you can increase the brightness and lower the brightness for your photos. It's the aperture. And there's a zoom in and out button on each as well. As mentioned, there's the universal rings. Xiaomi actually give you 2, an orange and a silver. There's only the silver. And as you can see here, I think this is where I start to look frantically for a lanyard. Why would they not include a lanyard? It's USB-C charging on both of the devices, and there's pass-through charging. So even if you've got connected to your phone, it's still going to charge the phone itself. Now, as mentioned, same design language. This is what it looks like. I think it looks great, and if you've got the Xiaomi 14 Ultra or the Vivo X100 Ultra, rest assured you have one of, if not the best camera phones in the world. So if there's any phones that justify a camera kit with a shutter button and an aperture setting and a zoom slider, then why not? Go for it. For a relatively cheap price compared to the phones, I think it's worth it. And remember, stay tuned to the end of the video because I have 5, yes, 5 SmallRig kits to give away. As you can see here, the settings on the Xiaomi are just the same as the Vivo. Apologies again for selling the X100 Ultra. The SmallRig kit just took too long to release. You can zoom, you can take burst shots, you can take video on the Xiaomi. Can't do video on the SmallRig sadly. But everything else is very good. I should also mention these are Bluetooth, so you do not have to have the attachment connected. You could potentially have your phone set up on a tripod and then use it as a Bluetooth remote from 20, 30, 40, 50 feet away, however far away you want to be. Which again, with the Xiaomi in particular, because there's video recording on there, I think that's super handy. The one thing I can't demonstrate, because I don't have the phone, is the buttons. The buttons on the Xiaomi photography kit, I think, are slightly more premium feeling and more responsive than the buttons on the X100 Ultra photography kit. But we're talking tiny, tiny amounts here. I also think I would have liked brown instead of black buttons on this small rig just to in keep with the design, but now I'm just nitpicking. And finally, for those that are worried about the kits coming off, as I say, the cases are snug and then the Bluetooth attachments clip in. There's a lock on both of them, so they're not going anywhere. And that's it. That's the two photography kits. That's what they look like. That's how they function. Now, can you incorporate this into your daily photography life? Now, you've seen how the kits look. The design is good. There's a Bluetooth handle. But ultimately, who would use these? Neither of the kits actually include an ND filter. So you're going to have to buy those. They're not expensive, but it would have been nice to have at least one to get you started. And then even if you do buy some, are you that photographer? Are you the person that will use your smartphone for wedding photography? For professional studio shots? Maybe. Cameras are powerful and images are good enough, but for whatever reason, professionals still want to spend 3, 5, 10 times the amount of money on a legitimate camera. So who's actually going to buy the photography kits? Well, luckily, 4 of you don't need to buy. As mentioned, every 1,000 views this video gets, up to a maximum of 4,000, because I only have 4 kits, I will be giving away one to a lucky commenter. So simply just comment that you have a Vivo X100 Ultra and I will select you. Now, when I select the 4 winners, I will be asking you to send me a photo of your X100 Ultra on Instagram, because I don't want any nefarious tactics going on where you're going to buy it and sell it. Because at the end of the day, these kits are still worth £130. Now, why did I buy 5 of them? Reasons unbeknown to me. But I did, and you're going to benefit. As always, if you've enjoyed this slightly different video, let me know in the comments. And until next time,